Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the wholeheartpath.com. When the pain of staying where you are at becomes greater than the fear of moving forward, the whole heart path awaits you. My name is Dinndayal, and I'd like to take you on a journey. And the journey is to the innermost regions of yourself. Teaching for 40 years, you begin to see what works for people and what don't. And what I'd like to share with you is one of these key principles of practice. And the practice is called standing on principles. What does that mean? Well, there has to be something in this world in which you are strongly, firmly connected to, that it engages what we call the law of nature. It supports that, what you are. Example. You feel that you should help those who are less fortunate, who want to be helped. And so maybe your specific way is doing it through music. Maybe through dancing. Or maybe through lecturing. Or maybe through helping certain causes of injustice. We all have these different things in which we feel. Now the question is, if you don't know the principles in which you live by, one of the practices in which you can do is first start off asking yourself a question. What is it that I really enjoy doing? And jot it down on some paper. Because when you put it down on paper, instead of playing it with your head, you have a tendency to, it's more tangible. Next step is take a moment just to relax. Place the hands over the heart, place the left hand over the right, and focus on your breathing. And stand on your principles. And just breathe. Notice how many seconds it takes you to inhale and how many seconds it takes you to exhale. And just keep it steady. What does that do? It takes about 5 or 6, roughly 7 minutes. What you'll start to notice is calmness. Because your breathing becomes what we call balanced breath. And your mind and the thoughts of the mind start to become more balanced. Now you can feel. Because the whole aspect of really feeling a purpose or feeling a principle in which you live by has a lot to do with coming from the heart-mind. The connection of the heart-mind. And what those terms mean, heart, the deep core of yourself. The mind, the core, the direction, the director of self. And as you're noticing the breathing, ask yourself a question. What you've written down already earlier, what you really want to do. And you ask yourself a question. Do I really want to do this? Would I really love doing it? And do not concern yourself that it's something that has not been yet created or something that has not yet been developed. Because you're probably the one that will develop it or invent it. These are what we call the creative times as we move into this form of the 21st century. Stay open to the feeling. Know you by how you're being moved by yourself, by your intentions and your thoughts. For truly, you gotta have heart. And remember, keep working this practice. Give yourself a few weeks in practicing this. Roughly about, I would say, spend at least about 15 minutes a time, twice a day if you can, or 3 times a day. And just sort of be in the moment. Don't rush. Be in the moment as you're working with the breath. Once again, writing down pretty much the principles in which you're standing on. Because remember the old saying that old folks used to say? And I say the old wise folks. They used to say this, that if you don't have any principles in which you stand on, you will fall for anything that comes at your way. And as always, to thy own self be true. For the whole heart path awaits you. wholeheartpath.com. Be at peace. Thank you.